This is something I wanted to talk about for a really long time. It's a hard subject, so I've thought about it a few times throughout the years. It's been several years now, and I've thought about it a few times, and I was trying to prepare myself mentally to do this. And I think there's like once at the few times that I thought about doing it that I felt I could, um, but I didn't end up doing it. So, anyways, usually when I think about this specific subject and talking about this, it's really easy for me to talk about my mom. I love talking about my mom. I don't mind like talking about my mom being dead and stuff, but there's this specific issue or this whatever, and I don't know a word for it. I guess issue, um, that I don't even know how to fucking word this. Like, I think about it and then I'm trying to do it. So, my mom was a very strong woman, and I did not realize how bad it was at the end until it was over. Uh, she pushed through a lot of pain, all the time, and throughout all the years of living with her and her being my mom, she was just very strong. She did everything herself. She, it didn't matter if she had something wrong, like sprained ankle, sprained wrist, normal stuff, being sick, having a cold, a flu, whatever. She pushed through any normal stuff like that, like it was nothing, and she, I don't know. And so when it came down to her being deathly sick, even then it didn't really show until the last fucking days. Um, so did not. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. I didn't realize. And that's something I think about sometimes, and it really sucks. Uh, but so I wanted to explain that part of my mom being really strong to maybe help you understand like why that happened. Like, I don't know. I know I had a point to that, and now that I'm actually doing this and saying this, it's really really fucking weird. So I had better thoughts in my head before trying to do this. So I might redo this. I don't know. We'll see. Um, After my mom died, I think it was a friend of mine that he'd asked me about it, about the hospice. And he told me, I think I remember him telling me a story about his grandfather, how that's when they learned about morphine being really, it's just a killer. Um, in certain situations like that, when people are on their deathbed and you're feeding them morphine, you're just killing them. Like, morphine isn't supposed to be used regularly. Um, so here's the story, sort of. When my mom came home for hospice care, she had a nurse. Like, they had actually sent a nurse, to our house. I don't know why, since we were the ones. Well, no, I don't remember what they did. I don't even remember what they did for my mom. She was basically out, uh, and I was feeding her morphine the whole time. So when they came and were explaining to us what was going to happen and stuff, basically the only thing that I remember them telling us, but I was the one that did it, was that, just give your mom morphine whenever she's in pain. And at this point in her life, she was constantly in pain. So basically, anytime she woke up, I was giving it to her. And I didn't know what I was doing. And later I found out from my friend who was telling me what happened with his family. And I went and looked it up online. And I saw all the stories of people talking about exactly what I did. Just feeding them morphine and shit to keep them out of pain. And that kills you. It shuts your fucking body functions down, apparently. Nurses never fucking told us that. Nurses sat there while I kept fucking feeding my mom morphine. Never said shit. Never fucking said, hey, hold the fuck on. You're giving her too fucking much. Nobody said anything, so... we remember we were told... When we came home from the hospital, we were told 6 months. So that really pissed my sister off. That's always funny to me. She got really mad. She always just 6 months my ass, and I was same thing, but I just accepted. My mom was gone, and she was in so much pain that I just was like, all right, at least it's over. She was in a lot of pain at the end. And like I said, it didn't really show until the end. So, out of the normal feelings and thoughts that I have most of the time when I think about my mom, I'm constantly reminded of all the lessons I've learned from her. Everything I do in my life is because of her. It's fucking awesome. It's really, really awesome. But then there's that one thought always somewhere. It's not something I think about all the time, but it's always this thing. It's this thought that I killed my mom. That's the one thing I don't talk about.